Hello, Steve White, Tripboy89 for Steve Outs89. Well, already did a video about Skydance being able to move forward with the merger and what that could mean for Starfleet Academy and Star Trek going forward, and who's actually going to be running it and what involvement Kurtzman will have. But I really sort of glossed over the new pictures that were revealed, and I just want to have a little closer look and talk about that. Okay, so TrekMovie.com, of course, has an article, but the pictures are actually released through Entertainment Weekly. And yeah, there's a picture of the Starfleet Academy set, and it's really cheap looking. It's the biggest set they've ever created, but it seems like they use it for everything. It's kind of like that one sort of quarter sort of piece of Deep Space Nine they use like for all 7 seasons of Deep Space Nine. It looks like we're going to see it in like every scene. That's just going to be Starfleet Academy is just this one set, which it doesn't matter how impressive that actual set is if you use it for everything, which it sounds like they're going to do. It just makes it look cheap. Now the costumes are awful. They are woeful. And I thought they learned this lesson, but apparently they don't learn lessons. At the end of season 4, they did grey Nazi uniforms for the Discovery crew, and then they put the people on the set and they realised, oh God, you can't have people in grey uniforms on a grey set. It doesn't work. Because apparently they didn't realise that, other people had worked this out. That's why they put people in black outfits and colour outfits, because when you're standing around on beige and grey and silver sets, you can't be wearing grey. So fortunately that was at the end of season 4, so season 5 they fixed that and they changed the costumes for season 5. Unfortunately with this season, this show, they started off with the wrong costumes, and now they're stuck with them apparently. So the cadets just look bland and awful, and you can't tell the people from the background in the pictures. It's really bad. The only good thing about it is because the guys are wearing like grey, you can see their packages and all that, which is why you have people in black pants, so you can't see anything. Whereas this one, you sort of see everything like they're in grey sweatpants. So I guess perv factor wise, there might be something to watch here, but yeah, no, not really. Like there's one scene of the very cute guy standing on a chair, and there's a Klingon who's packing. They got 2. Yeah, and there's Bella is it Bella Ramsey was her name? She's looking very, very bland. Her makeup is really basic because of course she's a girl. She has to have really simple alien makeup so you don't interfere with her being a generic pretty girl. Now Holly Hunter, this is why I'm doing this video basically. I didn't really look at that too much as a picture of her in a captain's chair, but then I really looked at it and I thought, yeah, this looks ridiculous. They've got the door lit up, everything has a bar of light of neon on it like Tron. And the platform she's sitting on, it's literally like a platform. It's like she's a king or a queen or something sitting in the round, and she's elevated above everyone else, and everyone else is below. Now, they don't do that in Star Trek. They do have the captain's elevated, but they also have the rest of the crew elevated, and there's like a pit that you walk into, so when you come down to talk to the captain, he sits and you stand here at eye level. That's how that has always sort of been designed on some level. But this, she's just sitting on this platform. It's like lit, and it's just all dark around her, and everything has neon outlines, and it just looks awful. And this is supposed to be 32nd century advanced technology. It looks exactly like Discovery and Strange New Worlds, just a little shinier and a little bit further removed, which makes it less. It's like they had these great designs of the original Star Trek, instead of just keeping them and changing them for each ship and the personality of each ship or captain or whatever. It's like they have to reinvent the wheel every time, and they just keep getting further and further away from good designs. And yeah, so at least she's wearing red. That's all I can say. At least there's a little bit of colour in the shot, but that's pretty awful. We see a Jem Hadar, and people are all excited and like, well, of course not, like they were eliminated. We see someone else in some really poorly lit VR room set where, the VR room is in the background and they're just sitting in a little, I don't know what that is, that's like, yeah. We see Paul Giamatti or whatever in his costume. Kind of interesting, but your usual dark villain, with like a leather jacket and lots of bling. It's like, yeah, this is just really generic. There's nothing about the show that's interesting. There's no voice, there's no style, there's nothing that distinguishes it. It just looks like they've just reused sets from Discovery and Strange New Worlds, even though it's like 900 years difference. And they're just reusing the same set over and over again because they just built the one big giant set, and they've got to make the most out of it, because unlike all the other shows that they had a guarantee of 5 years where they could spend millions on a set and then pay it off and split that money, budget that out over multiple seasons, they can't do that because they only got 2 seasons. So apparently the show is costing 130 million for one season, a bit less than that for the second season. So I think it's like 200 million for the 2 seasons. Yeah, they're not going to get that money back. So yeah, it's yeah, aside from Klingon packages, there's really not much to see here. Tig Notaro's uniform is awful. It's just woeful. And of course, the Doctor, he's there, but he's all in grey, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are these characters? They just make everything worse. It just looks awful. Tig's costume's like yellow, and it's got the asymmetric cut with the asymmetric pattern, and it's in silver and black on yellow. It just looks woeful. And of course, like I said, the Doctor's there, just looking stern. He's wearing grey, and I'm like, where's his blue? Like, he doesn't look like he's actually, working in medicine, because the ones all have it's just really, there's nothing. It's just really bland, and it's like, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, supposedly we're going to get a different story each episode, and it's going to be like a different lesson or something for each of them, and it's going to make us, want to go to Starfleet Academy, which just looks really bland and beige, full of people in grey, and you can't tell people from the background from the sets, and it's just, first look, it's not really that impressive, and